Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Last time, we reached the end of Vendrick's intended journey of us. We reached back into the past and found our way to the epitome of this quest and found our way back into Drang Lake Castle's deepest depths, and we would come with the giant's kinship that would enable us to take the throne, the act that Vendrick never accomplished. However, we now we were bid by the king himself in his own memories to seek adversity, to seek the deeper truth. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly what we're going to do. I figure we'll start with Shulva, the Sanctum City. Alright. Best, because if I remember right, the release of the orders for the quests were, ow, were in fact the Sunken City, then it was the Iron King, and then the Frozen. But it has been a while since this first released. Either way, yep, these guys hit pretty hard. Still, alright. So that guy sees us, so he'll take the long way round to get to us. Which is over here. Because now what he'll do is he'll come around and drop down. Yep. Alright. Go ahead. Got your shield up. And there we go. But yeah, this is a shortcut we unlocked. One of many. Let's see. Let's see, if I remember right, I will need the bow here. Doesn't really matter if I can actually wield it. This one's light enough, it doesn't... Okay. No, that one isn't anything. Yeah, because this one just makes it go back down. I don't think there's anything down there. Yeah. Yeah, so that one's just opens that up. Ugh. That chittering sound. Okay. And we just want to get out of the room. Yeah. Yeesh. Yeah. There we go. Ow. Yeah, let's get rid of the archer. Nope. Alright. Nope. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yep, managed to take it all on the shield, so at least it wasn't the worst it could be. Nice. Yep. Ow. Just barely survived that. Okay, now we're safe. Nice. Oy. Yeah, in this place, you're gonna take a lot of damage. Alright. And as the poison spitting turtle, I can just say screw you two. Alright. Oh. Alright. Because there's a couple of archers that we need to avoid. Alright. No, we need to keep that up. Because the other thing we need to take... Come on. There we go. There. Because with these up, you don't need to worry as much about the archers. Yep, there we go. Nice. Yep. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you can turn these into one-on-one duels, you're typically going to be safe. And that's exactly what I'm looking to do. Lloyd's talismans. More twinkling titanite. Love to see it. Alright. So again, just baiting this into a one-on-one duel without the archers. Yeah, that's big on just blocking my shield. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Yep. Wait for the arch shot. Nice. Alright, took it on the shield. Yep. And dead. Nice. Okay. So now we can advance a little further. And yeah, these turtles just have these stupid poison-spitting idols on their back. Note that there's some red-eyed idols over there. Alright. Try a plunging attack, then hurrah for up. Well, in that case, let's go Silver Cat Ring. And hell, I'll even pop a, I have enough of these. Humanity Restored. Alright. Well, let's see if this is instant death. Nope. See if there's a switch. Anywhere. Yeah. Okay, right by the statues, of course. Alright. And this brings us... Okay. A shortcut. 5 torches, so another 25 minutes of torchlight. Alright. Alright. So this isn't the kind of enemy you can manually target. Yeah, you have to... Yep. Easiest way. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Yeah. The other easy way to do this... do I have any extra arrows left? Nope. So then, what about the... Like, I don't have any arrows or great bow. So, one of the items we can equip are the binoculars. And replace this with a crossbow. So then what you do is you switch here. Close. Yeah. Nope, when you run out of stamina, you get booted out of it. Yeah. And it's not quite easy. There we go. And yeah, that's one way of handling things. Oh boy, here we go. Poor soul ahead. Notched whip +7. Promised walk of peace. Try attacking, then listen carefully. Because to it, we don't seem to exist. So... Hmm. A unique and strange creature, huh? But it's a malformed being that looks like it was evidently, at least at some point, a living thing. Oh, no, no, no. Accidentally hit R2. I was mostly just looking at this. Because I'm trying to remember how you get over there. Yeah, that's all over the lower area. Okay. So this upper area we're pretty much cleaned out of. And this upper area... Yeah. There we go. Just trying to make sure I ain't missing anything. Because, yeah. Hurrah for regret. Yeah, because everyone sees that item and thinks, oh, it'll be easy to get to. Yep. Okay. And fighting on narrow platforms. Never fun. Alright. Alright. Okay. And on these narrow platforms leads us back this way. Rusted coin. And beyond. Oh. Yeah. The Great Dragon is still patrolling. Now, focus souls. High-powered single-focus beam. Fairly powerful. And the temple opens up to us, welcoming us deep inside. Inside the dragon's sanctum, wherein the music kicks in. Now that's a lesson you're going to have to take to heart, is hitting switches. Because that will be how you advance further in this place. Alright. I'm just trying to think if I've missed anything specifically off the top of my head. I don't believe so. I think we've largely cleared out most of the area we can at the moment. So let's get introduced to the mechanics of the Dragon's Sanctum. This place is a bit unique. As one might expect in the DLC, it is also extremely dangerous. You see the glowing corpse there? That is actually your target. You see, those phantoms there are not the phantoms of other players, though they look similar. In fact, it's done on purpose to throw you off. But whereas other phantoms simply move around or you see their last moments, these ones are obviously guarding. And what you need to do, range battle, weakness, armor. That's the way a lot of people handle this, is you take something like our crossbow and the binoculars and aim for that glowing corpse. And in doing so, you render the enemy mortal, or at least able to be injured. Otherwise, in that spirit form, they're pretty much untouchable. So, your target is to make these guys, these Sanctum Knights, vulnerable to your attacks. Now, what else you might note? Think about the technique that we just witnessed about these soldiers. These knights were intangible, rendered untouchable so long as their armor remained pristine. In fact, this entire place looks like a gravesite. Look in the walls. These are the ashes of people who were here once before. From the way this place is designed, the fact that there are weapons here would tell you, specifically 2 swords, which is what we just witnessed each of these soldiers wielding. Each of these locations, so each of these notches, would have held a soldier. And then the 2 most honored ones had places out here. More than likely, when this place was at its prime, all of the soldiers here guarding it would be intangible. There's even goods being offered here in chests to be secured for their place of honor. 50 destructive great arrows. We saw that the soldiers there all had, if you look at their corpses before they died, they had arrow quivers on their back pocket. The Katarina helm. An odd helmet shaped like an onion. The helmet appears rather absurd, but its multifaceted construction is in fact quite practical, as it effectively deflects physical attacks. The old tales speak of brave Katarina knights wearing this helmet as they rush courageously into battle. And we witnessed that firsthand, that a particular Siegmeyer of Katarina would rush into battle looking for his death. Unfortunately for him, he was undead, so that death would not come easy. Old growth bombs. Note all of these items are things a warrior would want to keep. Armor, weaponry, and equipments and things to improve themselves and their blade. These are offerings to the dead we're plundering. This place is a tomb, a place of honor for those who were fought to survive, to protect those people dear to them. And here we can see a type that is still imbued or tainted with the poison. So much so that they are actually, just by virtue of being near them, you get affected by it. These creatures were the guardians of this place at one point. By the way, there are traps. Alright. Nice. As you can see, there's another soldier there. And now a new enemy. It looks like the facsimile, or at the very least, a mockery of a living person. But upon closer inspection, note that they look more like they're growing out of the ground. And there's like a fungus growing out of them around their ankle and around their waist there, as if it's a corpse being dressed up by a plant in some vain mockery of life. And they send their magic towards us. Ow. Okay, so that hurt a fair bit. Alright. Yeah, but playing hide and seek works out for us just fine. Though note, they don't die without some last effort. They give off a poison cloud. These creatures are not without their own sort of resolution. Yep. Yeah. Dried roots. Yeah. Alright. Note that this is a drop-off. You cannot go back once you've entered. Keep that in mind. There are several places in this area that are, once you've entered it, there's no coming back. Or at least nothing easily. So, I'm gonna have to rely on a bit of smaller healing to push on. I'm out of Estus Flask charges. And I just want to show that the reason you take the side room is because the only other way in is here. And now, alright, go on, go for me. Nice. Alright. Human effigy. But remember that we did get 50 destructive great arrows. It's not especially good, but and in the Iron King's domain, we did happen to get our hands on the Elan Great Bow +5. Now this is a weapon that is quite potent. It hits hard. It's slow to shoot. And takes pretty much your entire stamina bar. But for our needs, it's sufficient. Not fantastic, but what we need. And obviously we would have a clearer shot if we hit this switch, and this allows us to see ahead, but it's not what we need. And the final time. And now we have access to this. And you can hear singing from the bottom, from certain places. As you might expect, blind corners are not welcome, or a happy experience to have. This looks like a door. Repair powders. Look carefully, hole ahead. Be wary of the left. Actually, there's a hole directly ahead. So, what you can do is, if you're careful, you can jump over that hole. You can hear the skittering of bugs down there. And walking down this hallway, there's nothing. But this area is actually to teach you a lesson. And that lesson is one simple one that you may not have picked up if you weren't careful. It's the purpose of these switches. Did you hear that? Something moved. The same way. There it goes. Okay, I just didn't hit it properly. Alright. And once you're through... Yep. Another one of these guys. A bit of poison buildup, but nothing you can't handle. And a tutorial. On the next type of trap they will give you. The Dragon Charm. A slow bit of healing, but one that does give you a significant amount of HP back. And this bloodstain is over it, but the switch is there. Soul of a Hero. And don't hesitate to use it to your advantage. If you can. Yep. Take your time, take the enemies out one by one. Alright. A human effigy. And down here, again, remember that this was a burial ground. a place to protect and put people to rest. So these are offerings to the dead. Boltstone, bleedstones, visions of woman. Puzzling stone sword. Oh, okay. A unique weapon. Where is it? There it is. A sword with a segmented blade. When swung, its segments separate, and the sword strikes in a whipping slash. Crafted with a rare magnetic ore, stone of remarkable strength, only found within the caves of the gutter. Yeah, its basic swings are nothing remarkable. It's the strong swings that allow you to swing wide and then stab. This is a dexterity-heavy weapon. Literally has S scaling on that. But for our purposes, the Red Iron Twin Blade is fine enough. So, the switch pushed in? Yes, it is. Okay. So, with the switch pushed in, we can now head down here, where we would fall accidentally. Alright. There they are. Yeah. You can fall down into that room with all the bugs. If you aren't paying attention, caster head in short tri-range battle. Yeah. Because if you'll notice, the floor is covered in spikes. How to put this? Effectively, those spikes are there to punish you, but won't harm the spectral enemies you can see around the corner. Huh. I was pretty sure I was going to be able to hit. Huh. Yep. Okay. Got that. Poison throwing knife. Okay. Okay. Almost there. Alright. That it? I think that might be close to it. Dung pies, of course. After all, these bugs wouldn't leave much left for anyone. Hey, 5 more life gems. Nice. Our equipment's in probably a little rough shape. Not the worst. But at least we made it there. Now, believe it or not, you do kind of want to fall down this pit. Because if you survive it, it brings you to the same place. Flynn's Ring. Trying to remember what that does. Ah, Flynn's the infamous thief. Utilizes the strength of the wind. such that lower equip loads proportionally increase physical attack. Flynn was known as a tiny fighter who packed a mighty punch. Even the most skilled warriors in the land failed to capture him. Yeah, note, because we're at a relatively high encumbrance, it doesn't give us a lot. But it's one of those things that people who love to just carry just a sword fall in love with. Alright. But I've already taken care of that. I'm gonna throw a second shot at that. Because I don't... Feels like that should have opened that other way. Oh, is this not the great bow? Whoops. My bad. Alright. Yeah, it's in. I guess I'm just paranoid. Anyway. I will, however, use a repair powder just because I think our equipment's looking a little rougher for the wear. By the way, for the items you were curious, Old Growth Bomb increases your strength, intelligence, or faith, basically allowing you to hit harder temporarily. Alright. Let's actually put on the regen ring. Okay. Now, this is one of those areas where, and the first few times you get here, you're going to die. Because you're going to get overwhelmed by the ghosts and the spirits here. What you're looking for is this ladder. Go up as fast as you can. This sucks. Finish her off. Get out of the way. Run over here. If I remember right. Yeah. Because this is where all their frigging corpses are. The first time is just going to be rough, and if I die, I die. But it'll be worth it, so that I don't have to worry as much later on. There we go. Okay. Okay, get some stamina back. Alright. Okay. Ow. Yep. And I'm just gonna run real quick. Pop Elizabeth Mushroom. Yeah, got me anyway. Okay. Alright. We got in and out, though. Yeah. Ow. Yep. Yep. Can I get the attack? Okay, got one. Luckily, Elizabeth mushrooms last for quite a while. Yep. If I bait you out. Alright. Nice. Alright. I'll take it. Because while you're switching over to your swords, I get the easy kill. Alright. Last one. Alright. There we go. The Eternal Sanctum key. And making sure we've hit every corpse in the room. This proving our analysis earlier is true. Every one of these echelons would be a different warrior that held their ground and were honored here for their service. Helm of the Sanctum Knights. The Sanctum Knights renounced their own flesh to eternally guard the Sanctum from Sir Jorg and his Drakeblood Knights. So they had a specific enemy they were entombing themselves to defend against. Keep that in mind. Nope. More traps. Lloyd's talismans. And the item we got, the Eternal Sanctum key. Key to the inner chamber of the Eternal Sanctum. The Sunken King erected the Eternal Sanctum to shelter Sin, the dragon. The sanctum appears to be a solemn temple, but is filled with devilish creatures that ensure no trespassers shall cause offense. And this is how we get back up. So, that's another shortcut for us. Oh. However, it's worth noting that that guy is no longer a spectral shape, he is now fully material. Meaning that if you can draw him out, especially this one here, things get a little easier. Damn it. Got it on the shield. And see, now he takes damage on those spikes. But yeah. This whole place was designed to keep certain knights away, certain people away from the dragon. And this, they were meant to, as the name implies, do this eternally. Yep, and got me. But that's fine. The traps and everything here were meant to keep everyone out. The only thing that really sucks is that this is the whole way back. But you can get there quicker now. Yeah. Mostly what sucks is this is the... You have to take this way. And it can seem like a impossibly long route. But when you picked up all these shortcuts, it's actually quicker than it seems. Still can't get that drop attack to go. There it is. Nope. Alright. There we go. Nice. And then... is it the down one that leads? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So you two are done. More Sanctum Maces. And yeah. Alright. Now, the only downside is... the courtesy the first time is the dragon kills these two idiots on the here. It doesn't happen ever again. You get the one freebie and that's it. So... yeah. You have to deal with them after that. Nice. On the upside, we did manage to reach A, the Inner Sanctum, and B, we got the Eternal Sanctum key, which, if I'm not mistaken, unlocks this door. Yep. Again, note that these creatures... so... I guess the best way to describe them is... there were two methods of being made eternal for this place. It seems like those plants would take up usage of your corpse, growing on like moss here. And then there's the sacrificing your body to gain even more lightning clutch ring. Yeah, increases lightning attack. Ring depicting a hand grasping a stone increases lightning attack but reduces physical defense. So, if you really are one of those people who loves to chuck lightning spears, yeah, absolutely. Bonfire Ascetics. Bonfire Ascetics' usefulness is actually inherent on you. You need to pick a place you'll be able to, if you want to, farm souls capably, being used to the enemies. So, it's entirely possible to use it well. But up to this point I haven't needed it because, generally speaking, I haven't felt the need to grind. Alright, yeah, lots of bugs here. You hear them coming from a mile away. Golden Fruit Balm, yeah. Okay, so we'll head further up first. Because check every treasure chest, that's just my paranoia. Sorry, folks. The Sanctum Shield. Where is it? Yep. A shield of curious design, one of the treasures of the Sunken King. A mixture of mystical tree branch and sacred chime allows this shield to serve as a catalyst for miracles and sorceries. Most miracles and sorceries created in the Sanctum City were lost, but the quality of their armor and shield suggests a highly advanced craftsmanship. As far as defenses go, it's not horrible. It has unsurprisingly low bleed and poison resist, but it's actually got decent fire resist, which you wouldn't initially expect, but you have to remember that this place was dedicated to the protection of a dragon. Pointless? Pointless, but do it. Nice to see how far you've come, though, isn't it? It's pointless, but it's a nice marker of realizing how far you've come. Or perhaps it's a bit of a hint? Yeah, I believe it actually is fairly pointless, but it is one of those things you just feel compelled to do, to light those fires. And back to the Sanctum City. Rock Shield Balder blocks our way. Rocks our way. Yeah, if you want this bonfire, you're gonna have to get through him. He's wearing the iron set from the first game, and now has blocked us. Yeah, first thing he does is uses a Lloyd's Talisman. Yeah, but he is using a spear, so counter-fighting him. Yeah, Yeah. He's pretty aggressive, actually. Got him. But, as you can see, he is a spear user in a Souls game. Even though he's using the spear that has the swing, if you've got a decent amount of stamina, you just need to be patient. Don't get ambitious, don't get overzealous. Got him. Yeah. Got him. Yeah. There's not that many places to roll, so it's one of those things of you're better off having 100% physical resist shield and just slowly working him down. But believe it or not, this is kind of a help and kind of not. Because, well, this lets you see where there's a bonfire. This bonfire itself is actually tied to something else entirely. But this is also a place where you get the hint, well, there's a bonfire you're missing. The path that you see down there is what led us to the interior of the temple in the first place. There is one hidden up there. And now that you know that, that's how you can learn, oh, so what you need to do is ride that furthest out pillar, bring it down, and then ride it up to get to there. Now, this brings you... Now note that that switch didn't reset. That's because this is an elevator. That brings you... closer to that bonfire. Brings you back down here. So now this is where we can use this elevator to get to the beginning of Shulva, of the Inner Sanctum. And if I'm not mistaken, item here. Just some more torch time. there. And lots of people walk off the edge. And another item. Lots of hidden alcoves. After all, this place was built with the idea to protect. Dark Greatsword. So, if you're a big hexer, this is where you would want to come. Hex adapted from an ancient sorcery, brandish the dark like a sword. By its nature, dark is normally tranquil, but this hex releases a focused blade of dark and an uncharacteristic flash of brilliance. Focus souls. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, probably the easiest way to get down. Okay. And then down here. So that's one shortcut. Suppose we can go for the other bonfire just to show off how to get to that. Now that it's been shown. So the easiest way to do that is it that one or is it the one? I think it's the one that's up. And if you think, I'm not that worried about the 30,000 souls I left behind. Just to mention that at this point in the game, if you lose 30,000 souls, it sucks, but it's not the worst thing. Okay. And he just fell off. Yep. Here we go. So what you want to do is run. Yeah. Okay. So easiest place. Okay. So yeah. Hit it. Come over here. And get pushed up. And there's the bonfire. Alright. So you would have been able to see this one from that one or that one from this one. It doesn't matter which one you find first, it's just whichever one you hit can help you find other sanctums. So, since we've done... Yep. And naturally, when you drop down, you find one, then the rest, and then you're on your way. Now, I'm going to try and go after my souls. Just because it'll be nice to get them back. And another level or two is never anything to sniff at. And remember, we have hit the point where we have a very nice shortcut pretty early on. But first, let's get rid of these guys. Nice. Yep. We've already smashed their armors, so you don't need to do that every time. So all you need to do is chop your way through. Alright. And even if you don't make a huge amount of progress with each death, just trying to make some. Learn a little something each time for trying to make it through. So long as you do that, you don't need to worry too much about whether or not you made a good amount of progress one particular run or not. So, but yeah. Oh, hit the switch. And yeah, the poison gas they give off is quite potent. And yeah, sure enough. Alright. But yeah, now you know why this place is... why these items are called Dragon Charms, is their origin is here. In Shelva, the Sanctum City that revered dragons. A rare ancient charm that is said to be endowed with the power of dragons. It is not clear whether it is a man-made creation or of some other nature. You coming? Guess not. And now that we can hear them singing, we know that we only need to come around here. This is also the origin of Sanctum Night Helm. Whoop. Ow. Well, I do have some chuckables, so we'll start with the basic knives. Oh. That's on me. Or maybe not. Might as well go with our own crossbow. Though that triple shot one they've got is pretty nice, huh? Be nice if we could get one. Of course, it goes through ammo like nobody's business. Alright. There we go. Let's try this again. Alright, so I did completely whiff. That's depressing. I completely whiffed. Oh well. But there's this switch. There's also... I know there's a switch to remove the spikes. I just don't remember where it is. Oh, that opened this little compartment. And note that these spiked floors works the same as the floors, the Dragon Stone. An extremely solid stone, used to operate Eternal Sanctum contraption. The heirloom of a race that discovered a dragon, worshipped its magnificence, and perished by its side. Now where? Oh, there it is. I forgot. I'm like, there's a switch I'm missing. I know there's a switch I'm missing. It's up on the ceiling here. There it goes. Okay. That makes this all so much easier to deal with. Human effigy. More twinkling titanite. Holy water urns. And more torch time. All things relatively useful for exploring this place. Now there is a switch. There is a chest back there. But I don't remember where the switch is. At least not immediately. Because I remember there's one switch required ahead. And yeah, note that this switch can be reactivated if you want to bring the spikes up again. That one's good. Yep. Forget what this one is. The blood bite ring. Okay. So, helps you resist bleeding. Alright. Was this one of those cases where you needed to see the switch, like, through the whole... Because I'm truly trying to remember. Because I know that item you can only get through going through there. Well, let's try it. If I hit it again, that just brings back... Yeah, that just brings back the spikes. There it is. It's on the floor there. That's the shot you need to make. There we go. There we go. Because then it's easier to hit from here. And then you have to go back up. Okay. That's right. It was one of those interesting gimmick ones. Where you just had to find the right angle. Alright. Alright. Denial. Ah, an ancient miracle ode to the Cardinal of Shulva, challenges fate one time when HP reaches 0. Originally intended to grant the dying a few moments for a final farewell. Okay, so that's one of those, cast it right before you're going to take fatal damage to try and survive and get away. Definitely useful for a caster. Alright. Still missing one more switch, I think. Trying to remember where it is. Another dragon charm. I mean, it goes without saying that it's likely those plant creatures that use hexes are the remnants of the priestesses of this order, where the soldiers are the guards, who willingly gave up their lives. Bump, but beware. Yep. Alright. Come on then. Got it. Ready for switch. Ah, there it is. There's the last one. Alright. There we go. Yep. Just have to make the jump. And remember not to get ambushed. But the bonfire helps with that greatly. The Sanctum crossbow. There it is. Crossbow wielded by Sanctum Knights. Strong attack fires dark bolts. The Guardian Knights were sentenced to eternal stewardship of the Sanctum in a clandestine ritual carried out in the great depths, but today the Sanctum receives nary a visitor. Except, of course, our own selves. But and because we don't have the intelligence, we can't take advantage of the magic bolts. I believe that the magic bolts it fires uses up its durability in place of actual ammunition. So, that's just a thing. Alright. We're in a pretty good position, honestly. And before we depart further, I want you to look out on this place. This confusing mess and maze. The place is built with the deceiving invaders in mind. After all, This place was meant to protect something precious to them. The dragon, the ancient dragon Sin. And here we meet an old friend, Jester Thomas. Here to put an end to us. Quite the joke, wouldn't you say? Yeah, lots of pyromancy. But the lack of a shield does mean yep. Does mean he's relatively vulnerable. And getting out of the way of it. Yeah. But Defender's great. The Throne Defender's shield is a fantastic little item. Alright. Note that there is a mist wall. This is as far as you can go till you kill Thomas. Yep. Ow. Alright. Ow. Yeah. Don't give Thomas too much time. He can definitely throw the hurt out, and there's the big problem. He's going to throw out warmth. So what you want to do is try and push him out of it, and take advantage of it for your own self. After all, free healing is always welcome. And there you go. With the bonfire, we have now entered the lowest depths. And here we find some primordial creatures. Facsimiles of dragons, giant creatures with gaping mouths and only 2 legs. But that means we've reached the bottom of the sanctum. And I think that's as good a time as any to head back. To go back, get some rest, and secure these souls and reflect on what we've seen. We can tell that from the giant spear sticking out of the dragon that all these defenders, all these defenses, tricks, and traps, they failed. Simply as that. It wasn't enough. It was unfortunate, and it's sad to say.
Bearer of until.
Alright. Do I want extra dexterity for that little more attack? Extra HP. Endurance. Yeah, let's go with the endurance. Stamina is what we've been struggling with, so I think that'll be most worthwhile. And then with the souls left, Yeah, nope, not dead yet, just busy. But, helm plus 3, and that we've maxed out the helm. So our armor is as strong as it can be. Let's see. The bone scythe is done. So's our...
I'll be around.
Yeah, everything's maxed out except our shield, right? The red twin blade plus 11, plus 5 across the board. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Just trying to think. What other weapons or trinkets would be best for us? The butcher's knife? What other weapon? The scythe? The Black Witch's staff? I don't know, folks. I think the twin blade's about as good as we're gonna get. And we're really about maxed out. So I guess the only other thing would be putting the extra points.
What?
And I forgot something. The shield. No, it requires petrified dragon bones. Luckily, we have more than enough of them. So, what we also can do while we're here is do a bit of gambling. We have quite a few of the trinkets to be able to. So, smooth and silky. Let's go see them for the first time in a while. Let's see. Might as well see what they offer.
You, give it both. Yes, you! Give us Silky!
Alright. Cracked red eye ore for selling. Divine blessing.
You! Yes!
Petrified dragon bones. Dark Knight stone. Old mundane stone. Titanite chunk. I always love to see those. The old whip. Another demon's great hammer. Petrified dragon bone. Nice. And since we're here, I suppose there's one other thing we can finally do. It's long overdue, after all. And for this, we'll actually want to be in human form. Yep. And here we'll see, search your surroundings. Because there will always be a way through. Oh, they did drop something. Dark Knight Stone. Eh. Ow. Yes, yes. Anyway. And finally. Yeah. Once again, the biggest thing you want to do is open up a shortcut. That will generally be your way forward. Alright. And here, remember that everything is a trap. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you thought this was going to be easy? Note though, these trolls are nowhere near as strong as the ones like guarding. Like, they're not as strong as they could be. There we go. And here on the gentle shore of the beach, we find a pursuer too. I told you this was a trap. Yeah. Alright. And another twinkling titanite to add to the horde. Now, I'm going to take off the helmet for a moment, because I need to demonstrate what this actually does versus whatever, and why no one realized it for a while. You jump in. And the game loads. The nature of your being has changed. Yeah, we've swapped genders. I don't know why this chest does this. I have no idea why it's here. But you can freely swap your gender. It uses all the same facial data, it just switches the gender of your character. Oh, for this kind of thing to exist in the world, you know? How many people would be so much happier? Alright. And when you've lit all the torches, this person shows up. They're not particularly strong, and they drop another petrified something. After all, as we've been told many times, bringing light disturbs the dark. And the dark. But by doing so, you seek adversity. And by doing so, you bring yourself a chance to find something new. Anyway. We're good there. By the way, one other thing you may never have noticed. Take a look at the shape of the... Take a look at the shape of the rocks that lead you into Majula. If you've never taken a look at them, take a look and note that they look almost like hands reaching in as if they were clawing and holding this passage open. As if the tear to Majula into the things betwixt was a violent act of some creature ripping and holding it open. After all, the child of a dragon, the Emerald Herald, she's been waiting for us this whole time. The one who would link the fire, the one who would sit the throne true, the throne of want. And, well, we are making her wait a bit. But we'll try and make it worth her wait.
I knew you.
So, if nothing else, let's max out everything. Our shield. Note that it does gain some percentages for each level of upgrade. So, the only thing to note is I don't believe any shield that isn't 100% physical gains 100% physical at final. So it is worth noting that you basically, whatever percentages you add is only minute. You can reduce it down to near zero, but it will never hit zero. Now that being said, the Drake Keepers actually, yeah, the tower shield is 13, 16, but the overall percentages of the Drake Keepers, I'm just wondering, if I switch to the Drake Keepers, no, the percent...
You would?
Repair item. Okay, so...
I'll be around.
Okay, so if I put that back on, so say over the Ring of Blades, if I put the third dragon ring, I apologize about the sneezing in your ear, folks. Oh, it'd be so close. Because the other thing I could do is rather than regen, if I threw on... yeah, the soldiers, I would be able to fast roll with even the Drake Keeper shield. And that stability, that's a 65 to... oh no, it's only a 65 to 60, so no. Okay, for the weight, Might as well keep the regen. I'll keep the third dragon ring, but I'll keep the regen ring on as well. For survivability purposes. Yeah, so we just need to improve the Drake Keeper shield. Sorry. But I just want to be sure I'm doing the right ones. Okay. Four, and then I need 3 more to get the final level. Like you see, the percentages are only minute increases. But at the very least, it'll put it on the stability as as a great shield. Like, and that's basically having a great shield with the, considerably less weight.
I'll be around.
While still having the ability to parry, even though I know I never really use it. Still, I think we're in a pretty good position, folks. So, let's do, now that we've had some downtime, back for Shulva's Sanctum, the Sanctum City. There, we've seen the Sanctum Walk, the Tower of Prayer where we were before, which is that secondary one. The third one we found, the Priestess's Chamber. You saw there was a big entrance I ignored. We're gonna go explore that now, because this place can always go against me. So, I ignored this because I know for a fact this area up ahead can really go against you if it wants to. It's also why I made sure I was equipped as possible, because this can get rough. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cave of the Dead. Oh boy. Note that this is a one-way trip. You either succeed or die. On the upside, you do get some help. Rapacious Andre and Ruined Alphys. Alright. This place can be kinda rough. But they were right. Try leading things here one at a time. Because alright. Yep. Alright. By the way, the statues here, I forget what they do still spit. But I believe it's more like corrosive. Yeah, it's petrification. Like, I remember it being worse. Try range battle. Yep. Yeah, between the poison and... Yep. The petrification, this place can get rough. Yep. Heal up. Okay. Luckily, your allies are pretty immune to the petrification, unlike you. Okay. Alright, managed to take that on the shield. Yeah. Yeah. And yes, the rock. And yes, the stone statues with this. Ow. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Bonfire aesthetics. Alright. Note that both of my allies are in pretty rough shape already. Yep. You can go through your HP pretty damn quick here. Again. And these walking piles of stone only add to the problems. Bright bug. Alright. I'm finding which of the ways is the right way to go. Yes, yes. Yeah, you only need to hit a few times. So, yeah, petrification resist. And yeah, this is why this is the Cave of the Dead, because this is going to kill you quite a few times. Alright. Yep. Alright. Okay. Looks like this is the way deeper. Okay. Yeah. So I'm actually going to burn a torch light. So if we do die here, at the very least I've marked which way to go. Alright. Next challenge. Alright. Yeah. Nice. Like they said, luring these guys out one by one is the ideal strategy. Alright. Yep. 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 And the return of an enemy no one wanted. The big worms. Yep. I'd like to get rid of this damn lizard. There we go. There. Having at least one of them gone. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There, that makes this so much easier. There we go. And now with the giant worm, it's gonna do for the big charge. That's whatever. Yep. Yeah, he's fine. Alright. Again, the biggest trouble is these damn statues and their petrification shots. Because basically this trick here is you're gonna... Yeah, they don't want you paying attention to the fact just how close to being petrified you are. Yeah. I was gonna say... I don't think... I was gonna say... Alright. Well, luckily the other two are immune, so we just have to make it here. Ah, get in the mist. Because that leads us to the 3-on-3. The melee battle Afflicted Grave Robber, Ancient Soldier Varg. Yep, this is a 3-on-3. Sure as hell don't... Oh, yeah. Sure as hell can lose pretty quick, though. But yeah. Someone spouted... It's basically a 3v3 melee that's really rough. And... yeah. As you saw, the bleeding is one rough status effect. And yeah, you can try and do this solo if you want. I don't think it's really worth it. And this entire area just loops you back around. Far as I remember, there's not much out of it. So I honestly don't feel like even doing it. It's just a little side path. So you'll have to forgive me if I pass over it. In favor of the Hidden Sanctum Chamber and pushing on to the true depths of the Dragon's Sanctum. Take a little bit of HP damage, but it's generally worth it. Nice. Yep. Lots of people get murdered by Jester Thomas here. Like you saw, he does do a good amount of damage, and he's pretty mobile. So, yeah. But now, let's get involved with this area. Like I called them, proto-dragons. Or at least lesser beings. They have the legs of dragons, but they're closer to frogs in construction. Oh. He sees us. And that headbutt took out all our stamina. Alright. Yeah. They hit hard. Yeah, they hit hard. But they don't have the variety of tactics that a dragon has the option to. Which is the reason I call them proto-dragons. Oh. I rolled too soon. That's on me. I tend to have a little bad luck with timing these things. They tend to stagger their attacks just enough so that I tend to get hit a little hard for them. And we'll just take the silver cat ring for right now. Yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, that stamina's helping out immensely. Being able to do 2 combos is just fantastic. Yeah, this late in the game, stamina is definitely the stat you want to increase as a melee character. Once you've got around 25-30 H vitality, you're actually pretty good HP-wise. It's now going to be up to stamina to dictate how well you handle situations. Alright. And note, you can end up triggering 3 of these guys at the same time. Let's see. So, if you can, your better tactic is to upset one at a time. Alright. Note, I bet you thought I said they were proto-dragons. Okay, we still have... Okay. So actually, because of the third dragon ring, we can actually just remain... Over here. Note, it has a much farther range than the blast would suggest. Okay. And note, you can't really circle around him. His spinning speed is actually faster than you're expecting. Alright. Alright. Heal up. There we go. And as you might expect, they actually do drop petrified dragon bones. They're proto-dragons. They're early, or at least lower forms. Yep. Yep. Ow. Alright. Nope. Nope, got me. Ow, 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 ow. And yes, this is one of the few grabs you have a chance of surviving. So, that's at least something. Yep. Alright. Alright. Ow. Prick. Yeah. These guys are pretty rough. But, if you look in the distance, there's something. The guy was probably trying to farm these things. But it sees us, but if we can make it... Alright. Alright. And after all, these things are probably... Basically what they are is a take on the lower halves of dragons that you saw in in Dark Souls 1. These are basically the take, another version of them. Alright. And yeah. These limestone pillars down here. All worn from all the water that's pooled up down here. Which was used to probably grow those plant-like creatures that the took over the priestesses. As you can see, there's still some more of these proto-dragons. Other things to note about their physiology. Note that their teeth aren't strictly fangs. So these creatures actually are very likely herbivores. Or at least don't exist on a diet of just purely meat. Otherwise, they would require sharp fangs to rip and tear flesh. Which is an interesting thing to note, because likely their diet consists of the mosses and plants that grow down here. Their large size probably owing to their genetic heritage as dragons. Oh, there it is. And it's also worth noting, the payout in souls ain't that great for these things. Just saying. Like, just pointing out, the payout actually ain't that great. And, again, you don't have to fight all these. It is entirely possible to get through this area just by running. These will chase you, which, I mean, dried root, yep. These things will chase you, but, fun fact, they largely won't get out of the water. It's one of those funny little nuances. They don't leave the water. See what I mean? Any normal enemy would have followed me here. But these don't. And here, we can activate something truly necessary. A shortcut, another elevator. That brings us all the way back to the start. The Drakeblood Greatsword. We've heard that this place was built to protect something. Greatsword wielded by Drakeblood Knights, led by the Honorable Sir Jorg, the insignia chiseled upon its hilt symbolizes a dragon's blood. To the Drakeblood Knights, fresh dragon blood was sacrosanct. They believed that by obtaining it, they could achieve true understanding of life, transcending their own banal existence. This is where we start to see the true fall of this place. The Dragon Stone, shaped like a teardrop, a water drop, or, for the Drakeblood Knights, a drop of blood. And with this, we've activated a path inside to reach the places we couldn't reach before. Our own weathered and aged blade, still honed and ready. And this will actually lead you, before we head inside, just to show you all how we've managed to hit and return back to the beginning. The first bonfire where we first saw the dragon. We're back where we started, a little more wise and a little more aware of where we are, but not yet why. Alright. Let's enter the heart of the sanctum that was closed off to try and keep the knights out, only to fail to do so. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached a different part of the dragon's sanctum. You can hear the singing still. Now, this would be why I put on the silver cat ring. You need it for this place, pretty much. Because you're going to be falling a long way down. Because this is where you find the heart and soul of the sanctum. Where we entered before, it was impossible to reach this area. You could see it, but you'd never be able to reach it. And like earlier, like the Cave of the Dead, this is a one-way trip, which was part of the trap. You either succeed, or you're trapped at the bottom and die. Such was the fate of these Drakeblood Knights. Yep. They're still trapped here. They got their target. They got the dragon. But oh, the fate that awaits them is the fact that they didn't think about how they would be getting out once they did get their prize. Such was their arrogance. Not that we're much better, but we have the aged feather. We have a way to escape this at worst. These knights entered here with their own lives and their own greed. And as you can see, they've already plundered what's here. And yeah, there are 3 crystal lizards up there that basically you would ride the... It's a trick that you would learn is effectively you ride, you hit the switch, and then you ride this up. Yep. Yep. Got one, but it's doesn't really matter. It's not... It's a nice bonus, but it's nothing that's serious. so I don't worry about it too much. Alright. Note here, there's some stairs, or there's a one-way drop. Again, the biggest trap about this place, this whole game, this whole area was a trap. Note the stairs are broken here, so you don't actually have a choice. But they want to trick you into thinking you did. But the whole point is, this area was a trap that would lead the Drakeblood Knights to having nowhere else to go. Yep. Note their fat rolling. Yeah, these guys wearing some heavy equipment, and so they came in as equipped as possible. The reason I point out that they're fat rolling is because remember what causes that. It's when your equipment is heavier than you can handle. Very likely, each and every one of these so-called Drakeblood Knights were nobles by birth, seeking entertainment. They viewed it purely as a chance to prove themselves to their families, to accentuate their masculinity, to prove themselves great champions and worthy heirs. They didn't think about the consequences of their actions. They didn't think about why this place would be so protected. They just thought of the treasures and the honors that theoretically this would bring them. And so they went hollow, trapped down here. Never to be seen their homes and families again. And there's the two of them over there. You can either shoot them from a range or bypass them entirely. Which is what I'll do. There's a lot of hidden alcoves in this area. There's a lot of places to go. But the obvious end point for this area is over there. How you get there doesn't really matter too much. You can explore every inch and remove every knight. Feel free to. But that doesn't bring you... But now that we know how this place came to be, well, the story has been told. And now we simply need to finish what we started when exploring this place and reach its depths. We've reached the Dragon's Rest. We have Steelheart Ellie to help us out. I don't know if there's anyone else, so let me take a quick walk around. Ah, there is a second person. Bernhardt of Yugo. Well, if you haven't killed him for his sword, he can help you out. Note, everyone you bring into a fight does increase the HP. But an extra body can prove its weight in gold. We've reached the bottom. And let's see what awaits us in the depths of the sunken. Someone's singing. Elena, the squalid queen. Kings and queens. A common theme throughout this entire game. And if she's gonna focus on us, well, that'll make this easy. Alright. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, that burst. Oh, that would be probably why they call her the Squalid Queen. What? Verstadt? What are you doing here, buddy? That's... Why would you be here? Yeah. It begs the question. Why would Vendrick's most loyal soldier be protecting the queen at the bottom of the sunken temple? Alright. And what a lot of people will say is, oh, they just cheaped out on the budget. They couldn't think of anything else, so they just reused it. To which I would say, nope. There's a very good reason Verstadt is here. Alright. Nope. Nope. Alright. If Bernhardt can keep Verstadt busy, I'll go after the queen. Got her. Alright. Nope. Just barely got me on that one. And that sucks, but... Yep. Got it on the shield. Alright. Nope. Ow. Yep. And this is why you didn't kill Bernhardt, because this fight would be a hell of a lot harder without it. Screw you for that shot. Ilana is great at taking cheap shots at you. Alright. Yep. Yeah, that... Actually... There we go. Okay. Okay, no, it's that. Yep. She's summoning again, but if we can get her... We got her. Before she could get her summon off for a third time. Whew. Made it. Note where she was singing from. First, note she was the singer. She's the one who led all the priestesses and taught them the song to keep those who are in the darkness, who are made of death and darkness, to keep them peace. And here we see the depiction, a relief about the dragon, watching over them, and the people in worship, contemplation, fear, and respect and awe of the dragon. Yep. And we have one more bonfire. the Sanctum Nadir. We're gonna head back to put the souls to work, and also to regard what we just got. Look at this blackest soul. The opposite of like the giant lord and the ancient dragon. Alana the Squalid Queen, who rests beside the slumbering dragon of the Eternal Sanctum. This child of dark accompanies the dragon, slowly amassing souls in anticipation of the coming day of vengeance. The wondrous soul of this augur of wrath can be used to acquire numerous souls or create something of great worth.
Bearer of the curse until hope. Those who come to Drang Lake seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hot. It happens to them all. That blue knight at the base of the tower. His spirit is already broken. Although he does offer sound, perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future.
No, we've made it too far for that to be our future. Excellent. And we stand with what? Oh yeah, no, we have more than enough. So we should be able to finish our shield up. Oh no, 2 more. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought we had enough. It's 2 more. Actually, well, we don't need to do it right now. Alright. So now, we're at the final end of the Sanctum. We did miss one somewhere in the Dragon Sanctum. But there's one last thing to face. And notice they give you quite a bit of help for this. That's someone just looking to help. But Transcendent Eddie, armed in the armor of the Dragon Knights, who protect the Dragonary. Abbess Viva, a dedicant and dedicated healer, it seems. And you can hear what slumbers beyond. Well, we'll remove the silver cap in exchange for the poison. Poison or flame. You know what? It doubles our fire resist. I'm gonna go with that. And here we go. And naturally, the only thing left to face. Sin, the slumbering dragon. Surprisingly mobile. Do not expect this thing to be just a slouch. This thing will be fast. It is faster than you're expecting. And trust me, that spear in its gut ain't gonna slow it down any. Yeah. Do not be afraid to get in on it, but do not be stupid. And note, it's going to leave, unsurprisingly, toxic poison everywhere. Yep. That's why I put the fire resist ring on, because he has no fear of just swatting you with fire. Yep. Yep. And that fire has a poison buildup too, so have fun with that. Yep. Note, Abyss Viva's lightning bolt's only doing 4 damage. It's to give you an idea of just how little damage he's gonna take. Yep. Alright. Alright. Just keep my shield up. Oh, toxic. Alright. That sucks. And that's... Yep. Okay. Got it off. Alright. Yeah, his poison is nothing. His poison is nothing to sniff at. And don't expect this to be done soon. He's got plenty of HP. This is not going to be a fast fight. But also notice, both of your allies are in pretty good shape. Yep. There we go. Yeah, he's pretty quick on the melee attacks. Okay. Alright. Drop. Yeah. Honestly, I find actually using a spear against him, ironically, fairly nice. Just because you can attack while defending, because his melee attacks come out pretty fast. Alright. Note that his fire did also inflict bleed. Wow. Alright. Alright. Just take it on the shield. Okay. Yeah. He's got a whole host of status effects to throw at you, so... Yeah, you're not going to get many times and places to really get in on him well. Ow. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, this is an endgame boss. You're not getting away easy. So don't expect to. Just take your lumps where you need to, and when he gets down to it... Alright. And if you can distract him while healing... There. Took it on the shield. Okay. Okay, got in on him. Alright. Don't try to waste all your stamina on any particular time. I need to heal. Okay. Actually got pretty good on that one. Yep. Alright. Alright. Take it on the shield. Pop a stone or two. Let him target the others for a sec. I'm gonna pop 3 of them. That should be plenty of healing for the short term. Okay, he should go for the long range shot. Okay, I think we got him. Indeed. The soul of sin. The slumbering dragon. Yorg's ring. and the crown of the sunken king. A faint heat lingers in the ancient crown. Crown of the sunken king who once ruled this land. This king erected the eternal sanctum below the earth to worship the great dragon. But the towering bulwark crumbled with the city shortly after the dragon's awakening. But these were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. Note that it has petrification resist. Also gives you some extra points and stats, and 1 point in a couple stats, and yeah. So if we take this off, we can see exactly. So you lose a point in vitality to get more endurance. You lose a point in Vit, but you gain a point in strength. You gain a point in dexterity, faith, and intelligence. And it's alright defensively, but yeah. And finally, the soul we got. Soul of Sin, Sin the dragon, who sleeps in the lowermost depths of this land. The king erected a magnificent city, and the dragon slept soundly, until Sir Jorg disturbed it with a single great strike, and the dragon could bear its store of poison no longer. The reign of death toppled the city, but restored the dragon's purity. This wondrous soul of this dragon can be used to acquire numerous souls or create something of great worth. So, the Lindelt sect that we heard mentioned, the ones who kept the dragons, the ones who sang to keep the dark undisturbed in the shrine of Amana. This is their origin, or at least the earliest point we can trace it to. The sunken king sought to keep the peace with the dragon who stored poison within its body to protect everything. It slept. Until, driven by greed, vanity, and all the failures of humanity, did a soldier come and put a spear through that dragon. The ring of Sir Jorg, who sought the blood of a dragon and invaded Shulva, can deflect spells. When Sir Jorg faced Sin, the slumbering dragon, he drew blood with a flash of his steel. But Sin responded by spewing forth the poison that had long brewed within him, blanketing the city in a miasmic cloud, killing everyone, and tainting all those soldiers that had vowed to protect the place with that poison. Alright. And we finally have enough dragons to equip that, so all of our equipment is now +5. All our armor is +5.
I'll be around.
So now we know that story.
Until
Alright. So now we know the story of one crown. The crown of the sunken king, who reached the other depths in hopes of protecting themselves. Now, this will also tell us Harvest Valley. Well, it was located right above it. Harvest Valley and Earthen Peak drew up the poison that had pooled and sprayed and grown all throughout the Shulva. So, and using the poison, the queen of that land sought to make favor of the Iron King. And unfortunately, he had already passed. He rejected her. And unfortunately, that was the fate that led to her madness. Now, let's take a moment and see what we can make with these souls. See what our good friend Stride has to say.
Well, very unusual.
So, items we can make. I don't see anything too new for him. No, nothing too particular. Pyromancy has repel the giant lords. A hex that distorts local space. For a brief moment, no damage can be inflicted. The hexer Gilead took no apprentice, and it is unclear how these spells were passed down. It is even possible that hexes originate from another source altogether.
Feeble. That's
But, of course, there are two smiths we need to see. Of course, one of them is more surrounded by enemies than the other, though both have plenty of enemies around them. Yep. Oh. Oh, missed. There we go. Oh, okay. Alright. Any other spiders? Might as well go empty this out too, just so I don't have to deal with it later. Oh, damn it. I didn't even see him doing the attack. Okay. There. Now I don't have to worry about it. Alright. Oh. There are more. Okay. Thought there were. There we go. Alright. Now let's see what we can make. Alright.
Hello there.
So. Looking Glass, Throne Defender, Guardian Dragon, Ancient Dragon. Yeah, here we go. Soul of Sin, the Slumbering Dragon. Spear wielded by Sir Yorg during his invasion of the Sanctum City. After his defeat of the Sunken King, Sir York pierced Sin, the slumbering dragon, with his spear to claim its blood. But Sin immediately awoke, spewing a poisonous fog that blanketed the city in death, and Sir York disappeared into the eternal sanctum. No, we found him. He's dead. The Wrathful Axe. An armament forged from the soul of Ilana, Child of Dark. Use strong attack to unleash its latent power. When the abyss dissipated, the things that called it home were fragmented and scattered across the realm. Eventually, these pieces regained form in ways that hinted at humanity's true nature. So it does require 28 faith, but it only does build on strength and dexterity. And York's spear. And she does have fire shots. Oh, she does have an unlimited supply of the flame butterfly, so good to know there.
It's hard to believe now, but this land was once a flourishing. Its king, Vendrick, came close to unlocking the essence of the soul. What a dazzling soul he surely had. Imagine what I might create with such a powerful soul. It is said that our technique originates from a strange being that inhabited this land. A pale beast that lived long ago. We don't even know what exactly it was. If you find out, do you find me? You humans are always this way. That mix of... No. Come again.
So, I'm a little tempted by the Wrathful Axe, but I think we're pretty good for now. So, we've done one DLC. Next, the Foyer of the Iron King. And again, this tower that he built is a complex defensive place. Each of these areas, each of the DLCs, these castles, fortresses, homes of their secrets and power, were built to protect what these kings had built, and were built to protect what these kings valued. Oh. Now, this is another lesson you can learn. There's one of those bird priests there. And if you you can slide that down and make your life a little easier. I'll let you imagine what this switch is about to do. It raises one gate. Allowing you access to all this. But that's it. And there's nothing here but a lot of gunpowder and some foolish enemies. This doesn't accomplish you much, but eases your backtracking. There we go. I do still have the flaming ring equipped, right? Yeah. Oh, another one of the priestesses. Or these Black Blade assassins, anyway. And they'll keep throwing those flames. And again, all this will do is open up a shortcut. Nothing more. And there we can knock them back into the flames. Oh. And see if we can't draw them in. Nope, looks like she's perfectly content to stand there, so... Alright. Oh, missed. It might be worth keeping the great bow. Yeah. Alright, so maybe our next thing to improve will be the great bow. Would be appropriate for Subject 15, I'll say that. Fume Sorcerer Mask. Now, we're gonna go for the switch. Damn it. Pull, 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 pull. Damn it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get some healing done. Alright. I'm gonna let him walk through this. There it is. Alright. There we go. There it is. Alright, well that sucked. Yeah. By the way, the flaming stuff that's coming out of his shoulders is basically just there to prevent you from circling him endlessly. Yeah. Headless Knights. Yeah. There we go. That was unnecessarily rough. Black fire bombs. Nice. Didn't realize they dropped those. Okay. So, I was hoping, I thought you got invincibility frames for trying to pull this, but oh well. And naturally you can't pull so long. And another dumb one walked into it. Anyway. Alright. Bonfire? Really? Dead end. Well, people rate it because it's true, I guess. Dried root. And so you never really have to deal with that again. Yep. A lot of this tower is making sure you never have to deal with the headache part again, unless you're looking to farm or do something specific. But we've made it to this tower, the one that is constantly spewing flames. The other tower we were at, when we crossed into, was the one with the cursed Nishandra at the bottom that we had to deal with the Marlon the Assassin. Stay calm, then don't give up. Good advice. And here we see some smoking soldiers. They have a lot of HP, and when they have low HP, they do that. Alright. There's a lot of these guys. Nope. Nope. Until they finish it, they are not dead. Ow. Yeah, their dogpiling does actually hurt, legitimately. But make no mistake, alright. Yep. Take them one at a time. Don't give up. And you'll make it through. Petrified dragon bones. Again, this whole area is basically just to help you get those equipment to max out everything on a build. And, well, let's show this off. Set light. Note, the extra oil burns away. These braziers burn out of control. And as you might expect, if those big guys touch any kind of fire, it can be kinda dangerous. Tough enemy, try circling around. Yep, there it is. Dark Spirit, Quicksword, Rachel. Is she back behind me, or is she up ahead? Yeah. So she was ahead, but she should be coming up the ladder? No, okay. So she's got... Yep. If she's not running after us, that means she's got a prime ambush spot, yeah. that she doesn't want to give up. Yep, and that'd be why. She's got a flaming sword. This is... Alright, go ahead. Set it all off. Yeah, because her big strategy here is to set off these lanterns and burn you. Yep. Alright. Yep. Nice. Alright. Got out of her attack. Nice. Yeah, that extra stamina is making all the world a difference. Yep. Alright. By the way, yeah, there's also a corner here. But as you can see, there are doors. Be wary of pyromancy. Let's just start at one door and work our way around. And as you might have expected, more of these guys. Again, nice little attention to detail. You can open and close them. They're iron doors, so they're heavy. But alright. You can close them because in successive uses, if you die here, knowing which ones to open and close might be useful. Alright. Nope, nothing in here. Except... yeah, I thought so. Yep. Yeah, these sorcerers. The fume sorcerers tend to like to teleport. Recollection. I think that's a miracle. Oh, is it a hex? Yeah. Hex created by the Children of Dark. Fires multiple dark orbs that seek their target. Hexes grant a fleeting volition to dark. Hexes that grant a fleeting volition to dark have existed from ancient times, and it appears that the Children of the Dark have some recollection of the creator of these spells. Alright. So, nope, not the door we were looking for. Whatever we're looking for in here. How about this one? Nothing. Oh. Managed to get behind them. Oh, there we go. Took some damage. Dung pie. I can imagine why we get that from these guys. They don't seem the cleanest things. But, in the end, this last door must be the way we need to go. Of course, they hit each other. He explodes off the bat. And these guys, when they're burning, will come after you directly. Nope. And of course erupt. And this is the door we're looking for, so we'll leave it open. down further. Down and down and down we go. Into the heart and soul and body of this tower. We can see that there's a lot of red spots, though. Try luring it out. And here at the heart of the tower, in the depths, we see many of these smoking soldiers. Their legs rotted away, but still fervent in their defense of this place. Yep. Yeah, they're gonna start self-destructing, so best to just let them. At this point, the best thing I can do is just bait them into sacrificing themselves on each other. Because it's gonna hurt each other. So that's about the best I can come. They don't all need to die by your blade. But oh, I hear more. There should be another. Yep. Alright. And what we've come for is this. The Scorching Iron Scepter. And a scorching hot iron scepter, used to activate contraptions by transferring heat to Broom Tower. When the old king wrested this dilapidated region from the kingdom of Ven, the act required all the resources the enfeebled lord could muster. But with the discovery of this iron-producing miracle, he was reborn as a powerful leader. So in this case, the Iron King was not actually some great hero or champion. He was not someone of faith, of dedication, that the Sunken King was. He was an old, enfeebled man who who had the opportunity to grow a great kingdom, due to thing he won in a war. Eventually, the power went to his head, and unfortunately, what came come on. Yeah, just another dung pie. Okay. Eventually, he built this tower to create all the iron he needed for his great castle. He turned down Mithra, the queen of a neighboring land that was above Shulva. And so we're free to come. We're free to go back. And the Iron King was a bit of a fool, a bit of a joke among his own people. But he always worked for the glory and wonder of his own town. For his homeland, rather, might be the better way to phrase it. Alright. So we'll put these souls to some good use.
Bearer, and
Level up once. And sure. Reinforce. Like I said, I was considering it, and yeah, we might as well. Start working on putting the great bow up.
I'll be.
Alright. So, with the Iron King's domain back to the foyer. And now we'll be able to reach far deeper into the castle. Because with this torch, the Scorching Iron Scepter, producing heat, it now powers the main body of Broom Tower. And as you can see, he didn't think small. Look at the size of these soldiers that he would create. Because it's clear, Vendrick learned to create these giant soldiers. And these are probably his early attempts to see how big of a soldier he could create. Vendrick learned this from the Iron King, and unfortunately, it seems very likely that these big ones they never got to activate. The headless armors we've encountered were probably the largest they were able to. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. So that's one soldier down. I imagine there will be 2, 3 more. And all these Ashen soldiers. Alright. Oh wow, this one's got a hell of a mace. Yeah, that's a hell of a mace. Huh. Ow. Yep. Okay. Okay. Got to heal. Whew. Alright. Yeah, I figured there'd be 3 of them. Okay. Though it's kind of interesting that that's less of a club and more just a solid, just heap of iron. Alright. Nice. Titanite chunks, melted dusk herbs, skeptic spice, charcoal pine resin. Yep, lots of goodies. All in the hopes of powering you through this last little bit. And the last item we really needed, the tower key. Key that opens the door to Broom Tower. Long ago, the tower used to produce a seemingly endless supply of iron. The king used it to create iron soldiers and an iron castle. Legend has it he even tried his hand at forging a dragon out of iron. We already have enough trouble with dragons like Sin. An iron dragon as well? Wow. Still, we now have a key. Well, it works here. So let's see what's further down. What could the Iron King have held secret down here in the lower levels? After all, this would be a place he wouldn't want as many people coming. And I can see an animated armor over there. Bonfire ahead. Pointless! Victory. Yeah. The Iron Passage. Much like the Cave of the Dead, this is just a single optional thing that just loops you around. Yep. But we'll show it off. Same as before. You get two helpers. Steel-willed Lori. And Drifter Swordsman Idel. There are no unique souls. This is just a test of your skill, basically. This is just to see if you can do it. Nothing more than bragging rights on the line. But, well, for some people, that's all that matters. There's a switch. There's a drop down. Basically, you have your choice. You either activate the switch and take this head on, because yes, that's one of those lizards and it will just spill fire breath. The second... So, in all truth, my personal opinion is it's not really worth it to take the headway. Fall down, take the side path. It's still not easy, by any stretch, but it's more worth it. Nope. There we go. And yeah. Oh. Yeah, the priest up there is using Walk of Peace on you. Yeah, that sucked. So... Nice. And another priest. Yeah. This is why they said ranged battle is really going to be necessary. Yep. Because there's a lot of enemies, and if you're melee only, this can just suck. And just to show, again, this is all one way. Even if you get through here, there's another one of these big giants here. Yep. And then once you get through it all, it's it's just a rematch with the Smelter Demon. Except he has blue fire, which burns even hotter, and hurts you just by being near him. Truth be told, the Smelter Demon's second fight, at least you have more help. Yep. But he still hurts like a truck. So, oh, yeah, he still has that burst. Alright. Yep, powering himself up. But yeah. Again, this is yep, there it goes. This is all for bragging rights. The Smelter Demon Soul you get from the blue one is the same as the regular. So, it is one of those cases where, as far as I remember, there's nothing but bragging rights on the line there. So, up to you if it's really worth it. And again, this is purely a side area. Nothing serious, nothing to really lose. So, it's up to you. Like I said, I'd at least show it off. I'm not going to necessarily do so. Because it's more work than it's more effort than it's worth, in my opinion. But it's nice to have just to know. And now, I believe this is the one that leads us to the other area down. Yeah. Because that's the one that required the key. And this is what actually gets you down here formally. Yeah. There we go. Alright. Alright. Yeah, lots of enemies. Oh. Well, thank you for making it easy. Yeah, might as well take out at least one of them. Oh well. Nice. Oh. And that's death. Yep. Alright. Okay. Yep. 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 This is why you and I screwed it up. Well, I had screwed it up anyway, so it's not a big deal. I dropped down the wrong hole. Because if you drop down the right one, you have a chance of just chip-shotting each one enemy as you go down the level. But at the very least, we've secured there. And we got the key. As you can see, there's a path that leads up, as well as down, as well as this door here. Now here's another area where you're cursed. And again, they don't flinch from your attacks, they don't. Or at least they're highly more resistant to you. Yep. So long as it's dark in there, you're cursed. However, if I remember right, now it's been a little bit, the way to counter that is the obvious answer. Oh no, okay. I couldn't remember if that actually did it. Nope. Still cursed. But at least it's easier to see. Alright. Yep. Okay. Screwed up. Alright. There we go. Yep. Nice. Alright. And the armor. Yep. And so long as we're getting cursed... Where is she? There it is. The armors keep getting up. And the smelter wedge on here. There we go. Okay. How many smelter wedges do I have left? 1. Oh boy. Large titanite shard. Because there's quite a few pieces. And pyromancy ahead. Unsurprisingly, the fire snake. Basically a better version of fire, dancing flame. Yep. And that's another piece of Nishandra down. Nope. Old Radiant Life Gems. Nice. Okay. So we're pretty much good. So that's all that was behind this door. Nope, you can't close it again, so... Alright. So we've got more delving to do, up and down. In addition, actually, let's actually head to the very top of Broom Tower. Because if I remember right, there's something near the very top we couldn't get before. Yeah. We're able to do now. Yep. The Baneful Bird Ring. Ring of Rhyme the Traitor. Reduces stamina loss when blocking with a shield. Rhyme was an agile swordsman who served King Vendrick, but after resigning from his post, he reconsidered his way of life and was born again as a stalwart warrior. So, basically, you can protect yourself a little better. That might be worth it. And naturally, alright. Yep. Well, being cursed, being this heavily cursed. Nice. Alright. We've definitely grown stronger. And that's another place we have to go. After all, we need to collect all the pieces of her soul. And now with the elevators working, there's all new areas we can reach. So, don't hesitate to look around. Because with things active, Scythe plus 7, yeah. Yeah, with things active, you now have far more options. Let's see. Nice. That still hurt, but we at least put it down before it became a real problem. Alright. Okay, and nothing major. The bonfire aesthetics I'll eventually show off, but they're really finicky as being how useful they honestly are. Alright, so we get there. So the only place I can really drop down is here. Alright. And they're all looking in the wrong direction, so I can kindly just walk away. And this is back to this room. Nothing's changed here. Other than the desperation of these. Nope. There we go. Yeah. was gonna say, I'm pretty sure nothing's really changed here. Yep. I'm gonna let them blow themselves up. Yep. Yep, and as you see, the other tower over there, since we moved the Scorching Scepter, is no longer that burning hot. Alright. Yeah. Ow. Nice. Okay. So we're still in a good position. So middle does not open from this side still. Okay. But now with the elevators active, I believe this area is now, yeah, more accessible. We're not locked specifically to... Okay. Alright. Yep. Nice. Alright, if I remember right... Alright. Okay. There we go. So now this opens, allowing us outside. Don't remember if there's anything too particular. Oh, the Simpleton's Ring. Okay. Which doesn't do what you might expect. A ring depicting a simpleton's flower. Wearer becomes invisible while rolling. This ring was worn by the soldiers of the Old Iron King, said to be blessed with divine protection. The ring does one thing, but with ingenuity it can be fearsomely effective. Effectively, it lets you see the exact invincibility of your rolls. So, for example, that tells you exactly when you're invincible. I didn't make great use of it, but it is what it is. Old Radiant Life Gem. But yeah. Yeah, that's all this does. And when it brings you the whole way up, that's as far as it goes. However, it also brings us to this door. And that Nishandra statue. The one that's giving a constant warmth effect. Yeah. Ow. Yep, if he backs off. Yep. I can back off at any measure. Alright. Yep. Oh, there we go. Still, basically you'll want to destroy that Nisandra to be able to heal him, because that's what's healing him. Or work on him from a range. But I think we've made plenty of progress for now. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. So, I'm going to call it here for now, folks. I want to thank you all for joining me as we continue plumbing the depths of the history of this world and the reason why things are the way they are. Anyway, folks, thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.